This week on Oil and Gas Watch News, we're looking at a debate over whether the state of Texas, rather than the federal government, should be responsible for regulating wells used to dispose of carbon dioxide. With billions of dollars in incentives on the line, companies across the U.S. are planning wells intended to permanently dispose of carbon dioxide, or CO2. These wells are meant to keep the CO2 deep underground and out of the atmosphere, where it contributes to climate change. In most states, the Environmental Protection Agency is responsible for permitting these wells. However, the EPA has handed over that authority to three states: North Dakota, Wyoming, and Louisiana. Texas now wants to join that list. The state of Texas is requesting the EPA to give control of the CO2 well permitting to the Railroad Commission of Texas, a misleadingly named state agency that has nothing to do with railroads, but is instead in charge of regulating Texas's oil and gas industry. However, critics question whether the Railroad Commission is fit for the job and competent enough to handle a major expansion of its authority into a new area of growth. Evidence of the Railroad Commission's mismanagement is all over the landscape of the Permian Basin in West Texas. There, over a century of oil and gas production has left scars on the land. Thousands of abandoned wells litter the landscape. Spills of salty wastewater from drilling have made soil unfit for plants. Underground injection wells to dispose of that wastewater have caused sinkholes and geysers. Last December, for example, brine burst from an old well in Crane County with enough force to create a 100-foot geyser, releasing as much as 13,000 gallons of wastewater per hour. By the time the flow was stopped 45 days later, the saltwater had killed 30 acres of vegetation. Across Texas, nearly 477,000 old oil and gas wells need to be plugged, and over 8,000 of these have delinquent owners that have been inactive for a year. To learn more about the debate over regulation of carbon dioxide disposal, visit news.oilandgaswatch.org.